Hey there viewers, it's Catternpot here. I'm at a research study. I'm very tired. I took amphetamine this morning for research, but I only got 2 hours of sleep, so yeah, it's a wash. Today I'm showing you my never mind, you've already read the title. Look at this dope dueling stadium. This character did get first place in a dueling tourney recently because a Magplar was disqualified. Yeah, I've had this character since day one. I started with him. He's been in progress for, I don't know, almost 3,000 hours, along with, other characters, but I've figured him out pretty decent by now. I'm running Calorion's Legacy. It's probably the highest burst from proc damage in the game. It's a crit build. You have mostly crit damage, which is an additional 20% on top of all of your crits. I have a lot of healing debuff in this build. Disease damage causes major defile, in case you didn't know. Nirnhone trait is important. I have a powered resto on the back bar, and with an Argonian Templar, that's about as much healing as you're gonna get. High spell damage, somewhat high. It's very big heals. I can heal through, 8 guys attacking me with Sun Shield and Rune Focus. I've been using this entrapping poison, however. I have some points into Siphoner, so whatever poison you use, it would complement Siphoner passive. I do a lot of dueling, so single target stamina drain, health drain, that's important. Magicka drain even. Or you could run increased ulti cost poisons. This, I like these knockback, max magicka, mag recovery, but this last bonus should be health. You're already going to get major prophecy from Dawn's Wrath passives. I'm running Valken for increased burst damage. This will often proc with Calorion's Legacy. So you take that 1100 flame damage plus the 16.5. It's a ton of damage plus whatever ability you just used. Mostly every time I fight someone, about half the time someone will say something about your burst. It just, the health bar just shoots down, and hopefully they can heal back from it, or it's OVO for that cat. I'm running 7 Triglyphs, mostly Impen, 2 Divines, and I'm running War Maiden because most of these abilities are going to be magic damage. I have a Triune trait. I plan on making the other 2 Triune. There's some pretty decent stamina pool for a high damage Magicka PvPer. But all 3 could be Triune. 1 Magicka recovery and 2 spell damage glyphs on the jewelry. Magicka's decent. Health is about 28.5 or so in PvP. 1 bar has a little more health than the other. This is my resto bar. Mag recovery is healthy. We have 13.2 stam. That crit will go up, and the spell damage will go way up. Resistances are healthy, and crit resistance is very good. Here's what it is while you're in combat. What it doesn't show on this sheet is the increased crit damage. You're going to have another 20% damage while you hit your crit. So for skills, oh, didn't explain the ice staff. I love ice staves, and here's why. Shock reach stuns the enemy. It's the only type of staff that you can use. That reach ability, you have a dot and initial damage and a stun. And this is really OP, 36% increased, decreased cost of blocking, and 20% increased damage you can block. And on your back bar, you have the Psychic shield while you're blocking. If you don't know about that, I'll go into this and show you. Absorbs 5,000 damage every 10 seconds. It's really good. It's worth having a Psychic ability slotted maybe. Alright. And this ability definitely is essential to the build. 10% increased crit damage from this, along with your passive in Empowering Sweep, which is right here, Piercing Spear. It's a good ult anyways. I use this more against tankier players than Soul Assault, because it's doing damage while they're not blocking. That splash damage, and it's cheaper. You can use it more. I use Soul Assault to burst down lesser tanky players. Radiant Oppression was recently buffed. It'd be crazy not to use this now. It's 480 on top of the 1300 or 13,000 magic damage. 13.3 from Dark Flare, Major Defile, and Empower. I like this Empower because I often weave heavy light attacks in between my skills. Total Dark, it's very strong. If players don't break out of it, they get most of their health bar taken away. And also when you're getting a bunch of pressure, Total Dark tends to fear the enemy, not the effect fear, but the enemy will panic and run, break away. It gives you time every time. Reduce movement speed from Vampire's Bane and your Major Prophecy. In this build you'll be utilizing Major and Minor Prophecy along with Major and Minor Sorcery. Very strong heal. I explained this. Blazing Shield adds to the burst. After you take some damage in it, the damage is returned, usually while you're back on your front bar attacking. I like this morph of Rune Focus. Besides the Major Resolve and Ward, you also get Minor Protection. 8% increased damage reduction, it's very good. And structured for a dot, which also procs Valken, max health, and Major Sorcery. Soul Assault is hitting for 48k because of War Maiden. This is also buffed by War Maiden. So, the procs are from direct critical damage and from dot damage. So here you have a direct dot, Here you have a direct, this is a direct dot, this is a dot, and this is a direct damage dot. So all of your abilities are proccing Legacy and Valken, pretty much. The uptime is constant. So I'll run in. Here's my rotation. And when they're getting low, the Dark Flare will hit for well into 40k. After you, if you want to lead with that, that's fine. Light attack to proc damage, and you will, yeah, that happens. If I'm in a duel, I'll add the dots first. Yeah, the Legacy animation, very cool. I'm running the spell Penetration Mundus. That's also not on the character sheet. And Penetration in CP. I actually need to redo my CP because the patch changed a lot. And it would be more helpful for me not to show you my CP. So that's my build, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't like or subscribe. It sincerely bothers me. Have a good one.